So today we're going to talk about how to be enthusiastic while you're not enthusiastic at all. I have zero enthusiasm at the moment. I find it extremely difficult to watch everybody sitting in their houses going on and on about, trying to stay motivated. I have lost all of my motivation. When it comes to photography, especially, I don't think I've picked up a camera to shoot anything other than my son's birthday in over 2 months, maybe. There's no going out, there's no street photography, there's no you being essential. At this point, it's just you and your thoughts, and here we are like birds in a cage. Yeah. Okay, so I guess the next question is how do you stay motivated when you're sitting in your house and you're not able to do anything? You can't book a client, you can't do a headshot, you can't do a landscape photo, you can't leave the house, you gotta wear a mask, nobody wants to stand next to you within 6 feet because you're the plague. So now what do? Do you shoot food photography? There's no restaurants open. I know this is highly motivating, but it's the reality. And what I'm having a difficult time with is trying to figure out what the world is going to look like on the other end, which is what most of us are trying to figure out. What is it going to look like? What's the landscape going to look like? At this point, for photography, when I started doing this because I was an actor. And I started doing street photography with my good friend Levi Morishan. I'll link to him in the bottom. He's a great guy. And, we would just go do street photography together. And I just picked up a camera because I kind of like to, figure out how to mimic people's lives with a photo. And capture that, human essence of just, you know what I'm talking about. But then it becomes a business one day, and you wake up and you say to yourself, okay, now I'm billing, I'm making money, this is my life. I shoot weddings, I shoot jewelry stores. I'm just thinking about what I do. I shoot headshots for a living. I shoot actors, I shoot jewelry stores, I shoot all sorts of different things. But now what? Where do you go from here? You're sitting at home with your camera shooting a video and trying to tell your story about where you think you're going to go and where you're not really going. I know that is kind of a rabbit hole. So how do you stay motivated? I know this is long-winded. I'm not sure I have an answer. I've been trying to figure it out, and I just don't seem to have the motivation that I used to get up and just go shoot a photograph like I did. Like something has just kind of waned. And I'm not sure what it is, even though I think sometimes in my head I'm motivated, trying to push it forward. There's so many photographers anymore. Everybody's a photographer. Everybody wants you to do it for free. It's like, how do you wake up and get past all of that? And then to compound it all, you've got this whole stupid virus, which has literally just shut us all into 1-0 space. Some game over. So I'm trying to figure out how to, stay on top of my own mental thoughts to, pull forward and, head out like a lot of people, I'm sure. This isn't meant to be like some downer video, but I think there's a lot of people that are having these same thoughts. And, a lot of times when you go on YouTube, it's just blah, 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 and everybody's blowing, candles up your rear end. And the reality is that life is not always candles, and right now we're in a very difficult spot, and I think, like all of us, we kind of want to talk about it, and I'm no exception. So, tell me what your thoughts are on the current situation. What are you going to do? Are you working? If you have any tips about what other photographers can do, share it in the comments below. You know the drill. Photographers, we're our own little breed. And I think we all like to share, tips and tricks and gear guide stuff. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of it it's a business for a lot of us. It's also a passion for a lot of us, and it's hard to lose the passion in a crisis like this, where you can't get out, you can't do your work. And so, how do you stay on top of that? So, if you have some thoughts, and you just want to hammer me over the head, by all means, go for it. I'm in a funk, but I think a lot of people are in a funk. And if you've got a couple of tips to share, I'll do another video on trying to find some ideas of things you can do. Take pictures of your kids, take pictures of your family. Do some printing. I mean, take some old photos, go backwards, and do some black and whites. Do a lookbook while you're on the downtime. I'll do another video on tips that I think might work for people that are just sitting at home. Anyway, stay hard to the grind. I know this is tough, but anyway, peace out.